Hey everyone, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup 16. This is upper bracket semifinals B between Just Carrier and Cookies. We've got a real spicy TXT for us, I'm sure, so let's see what this is. Yeah, I mean, again, it's definitely not a text file, but it's pretty amazing. What am I looking at? What is this? Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I'm getting what's happening here. So this means that he didn't ban a map, I assume, right? And then Cookies bans Crater, and then it's gonna be... Oh wait, no. He bans Kartoba? Anyway, okay. He picks GT Alt, and then it's gonna be Tight End Passage and Canyon. And then Teeth. Right? And then... What? Oh my gosh. What's happening here? I don't even know what we're looking at. Oh, okay, I see. So it's GT Alt, College Teeth, and Boneyard for you, and then it's Tight End and Canyon for him. Okay. I think I get it now. This is something else, man. This is something else. Okay, well, let's look at the game at hand, because I think I can understand this at least. Ref mode has started for Cookies. Just Carry has his SC out. And yeah, first game is Tight End Passage. We don't see this one very often, so I'm always happy to see it getting played. It's a very different map. It's very, very aggressive, I feel. A-Game was theorizing this a lot back in the day, because like once you get on your opponent's second base, he just never gets it back. Same thing here. Played bad, good. I love to see bad played. But yeah, you can see Cookie's gonna check his opponent's side of the map. He sees the support cruiser, so he knows he's gonna smoke out, get himself out of there. And this is going to facilitate him going very, very hard into eco. In fact, I think that that's a production cruiser that he's building right now. You'll love to see it. So, yeah, Cookie's playing a really strong macro game right away. Then it was rush? This ain't a rush. This is as eco as it gets, man. Yes. And that smoke cooldown is so low, too. Yes and no? It's just yes. The answer is just yes. Here's that missile that was preloaded. Not gonna be a hit, but worth a try. What I mean by preloading, in case you don't know, is that you can load up a missile and then power up another system and still have it. Wait. Is that true? Oh, well, yeah, of course, it gets the mobility. I thought you were saying it doesn't have the... No, it has the mobility. Yeah, look, see, it's getting it right now. And on the other side, it looks like we're just having our second SC come out. Always a bit nervous with Tight End Passage that units are going to get stuck in the cliff, but looks like he's fine for now. This carrier is like moving very, very far out. Cookies doesn't really need to be doing this. He can just drive over here and get his base set up. Cookies tries for the extract. He does pretty much have field control, I would say. And you can see it's 4 to 7. It's pretty good numbers. But AVs are coming out, so... I think that with the smoke, he'll probably get this out, but it might cost him the base runner. We didn't have any blast drones, but that's fine. Don't always have to be building those. Good smoke. Very good smoke. Yeah, A-Game and Discara were working on an alt layup for this one, but it never really got anywhere as far as I know. What bothers me about it is just that it's asymmetrical. I hate that. But fortunately, I don't really think that I prefer either one of the spawns, so, you know. They're both just bad in different ways. Yeah, can you imagine Savon Carrier Power 5 when it has missiles too? Oh, that would be delicious. Talzian Base best map. Some would say. Whoa, okay, it's battle cruises already. I mean, that was in our picture, wasn't it? Yep. So, you know, this all checks out so far. No. Unless you want to see me ban it every single time I play. And then I'll have to play Kalash Thief. Oh. That's true, but think of the range. Savon Carrier Power 5 is already kind of insane, you know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Nice little run by here. Gonna get some damage done. Finishes off 2 salvos. The army got cleaned up over on this side, but this is fine. Just Carrier is teching a very, very long unit to build and to tech, and so what he really needs to do is kind of like delay his opponent, and this kind of tactic is very good for that. Not to mention, he is doing damage, although he isn't trading very well, but still, you know, you're killing salvagers, you're making your opponent go back to his bases. I think this is actually fine for him. And BC Fab is going to finish right about now. I'd be canceling these and just building them right away. There's the first one on the queue. He didn't cancel the 2 LAVs, but that's fine. He also has quite a lot of RUs because mostly he's just built AVs and LAVs, which are either cheap or free on RUs. And so now he can get another one out. Yeah, I think they cost like $850 by 200 or something. They're very, very expensive. But they're good, man. How many RUs they cost? On a scale of like 1 to a lot, I would say a lot, but I don't know exactly how much. $350? Holy crap. Okay, well I didn't know that. Holy. Well, these are pretty big beefy boys, you know, they should be expensive. That's crazy though, man. But anyway, you can see why he prioritizes an army that's very cheap on RUs before he gets to them, right? Like, if you've been spamming rails and then you tech BCs, you're probably just never going to build any. Same with like air. So this kind of army moving into BCs feels really nice. It's kind of the only way I think that you can afford to get them this early on in the game. Also, the base runner from Cookies did actually survive, unless I missed something and he rebuilt one. What's going on over here? Anyway, so he's made a blast drone. Nothing, apparently. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, you can't... Oh, wait, does he have Honor Guard tech? Oh, he does. That's so stupid. Yeah, look, there it is. But yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, you can't really go early BCs if you win air as your second choice, right? Because it's just too expensive. Too expensive on the RUs. It's kind of a little bit unfortunate to have Honor Guards out, though, because... Oh my gosh, that was close. Anyway, Saban BCs are like very uniquely fitted to be able to fight them. You know, they're long range, they have a railgun, and they're very, very tanky, so... Oh my gosh, nice shot. They're very tanky, so it's not like the Honor Guard is going to be able to kill them, really. Honor Guards do damage, mind you, it's not like they don't, but really it's the heavy railguns that are going to be doing the damage to the BCs. And they're faster than this carrier, so that's not good. Yeah. If he can clean up these units that are doing spotting, he might survive. Now, I would really power down these two systems and just get the speed up all the way. Yeah, he's not getting seen right now. Oh gosh, the honor guard is getting killed by LADs even. Ugh. That's really not supposed to happen. This BC can smoke before it dies. Ah! Oh. That's okay. I mean, I think that the carrier is still gonna die here. Right? Oh, tell me. Okay, there we go. Dang, man. Well, that was surprising. Nobody expects the BC flank. I mean, geez, but it worked for him. I think maybe like what Cookies needed to do was like have more scouting, right, and see that these were here. If he had a couple skims out there, that's the thing that you gotta remember about tight end passage, is that there's so much air on this side of the map, right? Meaning, you know, unused space. So your opponent can flank you really devastatingly if you're not being careful about it. Unusual finish, but I like it. Okay, let's jump into game 2. Gonna be on Galzian territory. Sometimes I can read. Didn't you pick this map against me? Anyway. Is that what happened? Never look at salve. Okay, so let's just watch the salves the entire game. Sand Skimmer Fab is on the way for Cookies. There it goes. And he's moving out across the field with the base runner, with the PC. I think we know what is happening. Although this is not a proper blast drone factory, really, because he's not building these yet. And I think that the timing is small enough. You kind of have to be really quick on this. So probably he's just going to turn this into some kind of a rush, maybe rails, I don't know. But for now, he's really prioritizing CUs, it looks like. First blast drone has started. And you should know, of course, on GT Alt, the bases are very close together, so these LDMs are extremely effective. That's why he's doing that. Oh, yeah. You're mining with all of them for now. Could be worse. I think actually maybe this salve can be skipped on the main base and get stuff set up faster, but that's totally fine. Just want one there so that you can start building up for like assault pack and things like that, but I could see it. I could see it. I think you can get away with delaying it for a while though. Uh-oh. I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling I know what happens next. Oh gosh. Yeah, well, you'll have that. It gets worse? Oh no. These guys are Union men, that's all. You know. The salvagers, they're unionizing. Oh, oh gosh. Oh. Actually, that was a hit. He killed a LAV with that. I don't know if you could tell. Softened a couple others up. Look, I always say this, but as Saban in the early game, it's really rough. You just have no way of healing these guys if they get hurt. So. Just replace them. Yeah, but you need CUs for that, and exactly. See, like, normally the Coalition player is building up somewhat of a bank here, right? Because just double pumping LAVs, he can kind of spare a little bit of money, and then he can spend that bank on getting upgrades for them, but that's not happening this time. Still, for Cookies, this is pretty bad, actually, because he doesn't have a second PC. He really needs that. There's no tech here, he doesn't even have ups for his LAVs. And so you can see, I mean, he's floating like a massive amount of CUs here. So, this is still pretty bad play for Cookies. And I think that's compensating for Just Carrier having 2 idle salves this whole time. Man, I should have looked at the timer when these guys started idle so that I could see how long it's been. Yeah. Just Carrier's reaction time is pretty good for things like this. There's a lot of unit comps that are pretty complicated to play out, and I think he's pretty good at them. There's the second PC finally. This is a bit of a meat grinder, but it's not horrible. I've definitely seen worse. Yes, it is. Like, we checked the units lost here. Imagine that Just Carrier had like a 1 in front of this number. Yeah, now it doesn't look so good, does it? And that's, you know, that's the penalty for not mining. It's really, really rough. So, having idle salves is not good. Again, spamming F3 will select them, so... this is a good time to comment about top 2. Looks like he's gonna dive on the PC. Always a bit risky, but he will get this one. And I think that's worth it. When the defending player starts losing PCs, it's not good. It's not good. Or sorry, not the defending player, the attacking player. I mean, that's even worse, because he doesn't even have eco to back up on. And you're like, what the... Yeah, freaking idiots. Okay, they're back on the base now. Ouch. I mean, that was like... That might have been like 6 minutes there. No, you're right, the defender doesn't really like it either. But the attacker, it's even worse if he's losing PCs like this. We do have a tech choice, can be railguns here. But for Just Carrier, I imagine you expand here and then you move on to air. It's gonna go air first. You know. And I think he's right. I mean, this is a very, very difficult situation to come back from. Like, your opponent really has to make a lot of mistakes. Fighter and Gunship is just gonna murderize all of these skins. You know, you can see that one coming. Ref mode teching for Cookies, that's going to be fortuitous for him in some ways, but also it means he won't have the PCs up in the front line to do anti-air, so... There's advantages and disadvantages to this. It looks like Cookies does have armor 1 done, but Carrier's got damage 2. He could also boost right now, which he really should be doing. Ooh, boy. Heavy railguns? Like, what is this gonna do for him? I don't really understand. You know, if I were him, no guff. I'd build a 3rd PC instead of getting that ref mode and just be, like, pushing still. Because I feel like trying to go back to eco when the rush has failed is usually going to fail. It's best to just double down and keep trying. But then again, I am sort of a fanatic for not getting, ref mode. 1,400 CUs. Dang. Yeah, that's how much he lost for not mining. 1,400 CUs. Like, imagine the same game state, except he has 14 extra LAVs over here. That'd just be over, right? Holy. Cost you a game? Well, I wouldn't say this is over yet. Nice dodge on the missile. Gunship is hitting for true. The LAV is just going to jump right in there, of course. That's what they want to be doing. Finish off these kills. And the 2 railguns should fall too. Again, I don't know why you're building heavy railguns in this kind of scenario, but you know. Yeah, I mean, the only problem for Carrier is that he still isn't on 2 base, but like, you could actually go TAC bombers here, which would be pretty funny looking, you know, TAC bombers on 1 base, but it might be the call. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. But you're right, Cookies actually has a very strong economy here, so this might not be quite as simple as it looked. I mean, Carrier definitely ahead on the units lost tab, but I don't know. This is actually kind of complicated. Missile Chip Fab is on the way, of course. That'll make the gunships a little bit less of the Kingmakers on the field. Should be launching right away also. You can just kill off these skims at your leisure. It's kind of surprising Cookies would drive out across the map with these skims at all. Like, he knows that gunships are in the air, so... These units that are not by anti-air coverage, they're just forfeit. They're just dead. And here they come. I build probably another SC for Carrier, try and get up onto 3 base, but... Eventually he'll need to keep the production lines unclogged so that he can be building those bombers. Really good splits by Cookies, but this is only really going to delay the inevitable. This guy still has ammo, by the way. I don't know why he's not. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, like I said, I would just keep that gunship in the air always and just keep killing people. You can never kill enough people. That's advice to live by. Somebody click that. You can never kill enough people. Double bomber, very nice. Gotta also be aware, you know, if your opponent has anti-air, if you have bombers, they kind of don't have anti-air sometimes. If you can just blow up this missile ship on the first pass, then your gunships are allowed to just do whatever the heck they want, so... That's always nice. And the double bombers are finishing pretty soon. This is accurate to fire the gunship, right? Because you can't launch the bombers while the gunship is launching, so you want to get that thing out as fast as you can. And again, more skims just offering themselves up to the rocket gods here. I'm not sure if I approve of that. Not exactly a tac stack, you know, he's only got 2 of them, and obviously air was previously revealed, but still, it's gonna be pretty powerful. And if I were him, I would be attacking the army. Obviously, when you've got air out, you have very, very good vision. So I would be trying to, like, you know, locate where your opponent is weak on his army and just kill that stuff. Looks like the PC is going to be the target for now. Double bomb. Skadoosh. Oh, he queued a unit right before it died, too. But he's going to fly over a lot of anti-air, and he's taking AoE fire, too. Oh, this guy's dead, too! Oh, man. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, dear. Yeah, like I said, I probably would have been going for that army instead. This is perhaps a demonstration of how things could have gone a little better. Bomber needs to be launching as well. Try and kill off these heavy rails. There's even a blast drone here. What the heck? That's interesting. Anyway, I don't really know what it's doing there, but... No, I mean, seriously, I think that if the bomber reveal had killed Army, you probably would be okay here. You know? I think this would still be a winning position. But obviously, that didn't happen, so... The one missile ship was kind of just isolated out over here. The bombers could kill that off. The gunships kill off as many rails as they can before the other missile ship comes to position. And then rinse and repeat, you know? Third base is falling now, though. Nice hit on the railguns here, but it's probably just too little too late. Oh, even the missile ship barrage on the eco, that's just brutal. And Just Carry's gonna GG out. It's gonna be a win for Cookies. Weird game, I'll tell you what, but... yeah, I bet you can be done. I bet you can be done. Anyway, we'll jump into game 3 here. Scoreline is 1-1 now. Why can't you play like this when we're doing anomaly games? That's what I want to know. What's anomaly? Whoa. Joke patch. The ultimate. Kalash Teeth. Terrible map. Everyone hates it. Only the dumbest people like this map. Just joking, of course. Don't know. I mean, I think this is probably a good map for Conf, right? Lots of blockers that you can fire missiles over, just pound your opponent with indirect fire like that. Conf Siege is amazingly good because of all these choke points. Conf base runners are pretty good at killing probes too. Skadoosh. Yeah, he calls them AAAVs. Anti-air assault vehicles. It's very fun. It's gonna be ref mode for Cookies. I think that Just Carry pretty much knew. He had that probe flying out. Base runner gonna go confirm what his opponent is up to. And I wouldn't even get distracted with this as Just Carry. This thing will heal up anyway. You might as well just drive over to your base. Well, you saw the PC back at home. I think that's kind of an indicator already. If your opponent's gonna rush, he probably wants that time. Man, Cookie's just leaving this thing here. That's crazy. Not sure I agree. I mean, it's gonna die now, but... That's true. That's true. But either way, like, with the probe having been killed, you have to play with a lot more respect because your opponent could follow up with some timing off 2 base. So, I definitely appreciate getting the AV tech, and they're very, very strong on this map as well. Just in general. In fact, in some ways, this might even be like the strongest point for the coalition player. When these AVs come out. It's going to be assault ship tech for Cookies. He's going to get on that right away, rather than going 2 PC. Unless he's building one right now. No, it's a salvager.
Hostile contact marked. Ready. Hostile sand skimmer on sensors. Enemy sand skimmer on approach.
And it looks like the skims are winning the trade over there, but LAVs are fighting off on this side. Just Carrier just trying to fish around for some vision. That's all he wants to do here. I agree. I agree. Obviously, it can be done with railguns, but it's a little easier said than done, isn't it? The chance of being overrun is pretty high.
Armored assault in service. Rally point designated. Move out. Displacing them. Destination set. New fabrication facilities now operational. Hostile contact on the board. Underway. Hostile sand skimmer on sensors.
These skims should just be like pushing in and getting vision, by the way. I don't know what he's waiting for exactly. But Just Carry, gonna see the assault ship here. That's good for him. Artifact is going to get out for cookies. That'll reveal the AV as well. And, you know, base runner probably dies, but who cares? Get out of there. Okay, there we go. It's always annoying when salvagers think that this SC is the closest thing and they follow it, not looking at their movement. And it's gonna be assault cruiser tech for just carrier. Sure to be Con F Siege. I mean, we are on College Teeth after all. Die. There's a lot of assault chips for cookies, but they're all sort of on the defense roll, so he's not going to get too much done with them just yet. And he's taking a lot of armor for them too. This is armor 2 on the way. Yes, Cow is exactly right. Look, if units are going to die anyway, do something to waste your opponent's time or get some info. Cow is correct. Ooh, wait a minute. There's actually a blast drone in tow here. Oh. That changes the calculus, because I was looking at this as like, oh, he can get vision on this flank, but that's about it. But with a blast drone in tow to do half the damage on the salves, you can actually get some serious kills here. Oh boy. There's the hit. Smoke is on the SC where it really shouldn't be. The smoke needs to be here. One salve dead. And Cookie's gonna hide in the expiring smoke. Oh my gosh. I don't think this will work for him. That was pretty cool. Yeah, maybe if he had like 2 more skims here, he would have gotten that kill also. That was kind of cool. It didn't amount to a whole lot though. Just 1 salve dead. Probably not worth it, in fact. And the first ACs are hitting the field. Now, assault ships can fight assault cruisers, but not very well, so... Looks like it was railgun tech that followed for Cookie. It's not Con F Siege. That's a little bit surprising. Yeah, just carrier's right. You know that he expected it was going to be mass AV, but even if it is, like, you know, you can build enough assault ships to deal at the same time as you're getting Con F Siege tech. And seeing that 3 base location, that probably tells you a tier 3 tech is coming anyway. I count 4 out of the potential 6. Here comes the AC to go defend the 3rd. And you'll get to see what I mean. ACs are basically like assault ships that are on steroids, so you don't win this. If you have the numbers on him by a lot, I think it can be done. But it's gonna have to be something like 8 assault ships per cruiser. I mean, it's gonna be a lot that you need to fight these off. Would be good to hit this guy first. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Maybe 8 is actually even eyeballing it. Maybe like 6. Because you can see, they actually got him down to half. But that's all they're gonna get. And that flank would get cleaned up. Here's the other assault cruiser, which should take control of mid. Cookies has the answer, of course. He's got heavy railguns, but I think that Con F Siege maybe would have just been better, because it can also fight, well, I mean, it can fight in these chokes, really. That's the thing. It's like, Con F Siege is not really better than railguns for this role in general, but on this map, they definitely are. Self-smoke? Woo! That was close. Uh-oh, and this is what you don't want to do with railguns for sure, is let them get in range of the assault cruiser. This thing might die, though. Oh my gosh. I kind of overestimated its damage there. But it looks like it's actually going to be fine. It'll escape. Just gotta keep running back home where you can heal safely. Of course, assault cruisers have the self-repair system, so they can just heal whenever they like. I mean, as long as it's off cooldown, that is. So he's gonna head back to the main base. That's where he will. That's where he will go. I'd love to see the overcharge to get over there faster. Yep, there it is. 99 HP on this bad boy, but he's gonna live. AVs can use the smoke ability as well, so this guy really is going to be safe, I think. And there's more coming. So pushing through this choke point, I mean, you can just forget about that. It's never gonna happen. And if I were Cookies, I would be looking already to, okay, what's the tech I'm gonna get that's gonna break the status quo here? And it could be bombers, but I think really Con of Siege has just gotta be the play. Oh yeah, they're fast. Not as fast as Anomaly Patch, mind you, but they're fast still. A little bit of focus fire problem here, but it probably won't matter. It's got the boost on as well. I mean, look, like, they're actually faster than railguns without the boost by 1 speed. EMP is out, oh my gosh. Well, that's actually pretty good. I mean, I think that's gonna get the kill on one of these ACs. Sort of a minor TJ there, but, you know, it's doing something. This guy should really be in the fight as well. Is this a casual? No, this is the semifinals of the upper bracket. Don't listen to Just Carry, he's wrong. Yeah, 1 AC died, but he killed like 4 railguns. I think he'll take that. And if you check the units lost tab again, I mean, that tells you the whole story. There are 5 ACs out on the map. And like, what is Cookie's army really? Well, he's got some railguns. He's got some assault chips. That's it. He doesn't have like a sledgehammer, you know, and Just Carrier really does. And that's what happens when the units lost tab says 4-1, so it's not really terribly surprising. Now, to his credit, he's got some carrier power. Range calibration, that's interesting. I can see this working, but I think he really doesn't need it. But, you know, it might let him play like a really defensive kind of style, but yeah, I mean, Just Carrier's right. This is not exactly what you want. Also, I like this, the AC just healing in the face of the base runner. I think he's even gonna get out. Oh my gosh. He's like, yeah, you have self-repair, I do too. You're not so cool. But that's a lot of heavy railguns, so if I were Just Carrier, I'd probably be teching something else, and sure enough, he's got fighter and gunship on the way. Saw the missiles powering up there as the vision radius goes down on all those Con-F units. And looks like that's going to be what Cookies tries to use to hold this off. He's going to use the railguns, he's going to use the carrier power. It's really this base that I'm most worried about, because there really is no cover there. And also, you gotta be aware, like, look, this many ACs, yeah, he can one-shot your carrier, so, you know, be a little careful, that's all I'm saying. Don't be too aggressive with this thing. But yeah, although I don't think range calibration really the best choice, it will work, probably. Until the bombers come and kill all of them, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Artifacts are getting out here for Just Carrier. Of course, he loses the base runners, but that's not really his concern. Attack missile barrage. Close, but no cigar. Okay, you really gotta be careful with this guy, though. Oh my gosh. Cookie's starting to take numbers here. This is looking pretty good for him. I like the TJ just to buy some time, but I think you really got to be trying to like retreat here. This is a difficult situation. You could backstab, but again, rails with calibration just kind of chilling out. I think Cookies is probably pretty well defended on that side. Another AC goes down. That's a lot of railguns, you know, there's no two ways about it. Attack missile barrage, good though. It's gonna kill off an assault ship, does a lot of damage to the carrier. Here comes the attempt on the backstab, but I think the rails have got his number. Man, that thing is fast though, there's no two ways about that. I like the EMP layering, very good. Probably at this point the salve should be dropping det packs though, but still, I mean he'll probably get the kill in the end. It's just that'll guarantee you can't lose any salvages there. Down goes the AC. So yeah, these two railguns are pretty good at holding that choke on their own. This one though, where there are 4 ACs, probably not so well. And bomber tech is done. Yep, there's the tac stack. Very good. Yeah, how about 4? So, you know, a little bit of mispositioning, I think, for Cookies. Hey, Con of Siege, he did end up getting that. It's a little late, though, now that his bases are all gonna die, but... That's a lot of base runners, too. I don't really know what they're here for. Maybe this is to help push through using TJs against the railguns, but I don't know. Overcharge used again. Wow, that railgun just melted away. Oh, and they're so blocked up. Because the tac stack is launching, right? Oh my gosh. This fight here probably also not going to go anywhere. AVs has smoke. Oh, no. And that's the first bomber, like there's 2 more. Oh my gosh. I mean, this third bomber can't even really do anything. Everyone's already dead, you know? Like, what's he supposed to use this thing for? Guess we'll just drop it on the KSC, but, you know, whatever. The only way that Just Carrier can lose now is if maybe his carrier gets sniped, but that's gonna be really difficult to do for Cookies. Actually, there's a fair bit of carrier power already, and he can just spam ACs. This carrier can't cross the choke, so he's gonna have to do it all with KSC, and he's only got 2 of them. Not to mention the bombers will come out again. I mean, they're not done yet. Looks like the ACs were healing up there. Oh my gosh, that's pretty good. Well, if you got this float, you might as well just start getting carrier power, right? It is kind of that stage of the game. Bomber just kind of doing some damage. And yeah, carrier might finish this one off. Now, to be fair, Just Carrier is actually taking a lot of damage here, so there's ideas. I don't think this can be done, but, you know, I've been surprised before. These 2 AVs should probably be doing something. Here come the ACs, though, and this is kind of a time trial, right? Like, he's got to kill his opponent faster than he dies, and I don't see how that is supposed to happen. With barrages being available. How many ACs is this now? 7. And of course, some of them have died during the course of the game, so that's not even all of them. Yep, down goes Cookies. Fun game, man. Fun game. I really think that Conf just has to be pressing the win button on College Thief, you know? Conf Siege is so good. Right? But that turned out to be kind of a close finish, I gotta say. 18% too many. Yeah, not even close. Not even close. Alrighty. Scoreline then would be 2 for Just Carrier, 1 for Cookies, as we jump into Game 4. Match point. As indeed Game 4 always is. Here we are on Canyon Outpost. No, because Game 4, somebody has got to have 2 points. There's no other way to distribute 3 points. I think I disagree. I mean, just having carrier survivability can be good if your army is doing the damage. Like, in that case, I probably would have powered it, right? you know, you don't need the damage from the spawn carrier. You really just need it to survive longer than your opponent. So I think there's definitely use cases for it. More like how to do meth. Oh! Ow. It's kind of a cinematic death, you know?
Proceed to rally point. Clear to move. Location designated. Support.
Well, I mean, like, look at last game. That's exactly what happened, right? I think there's definitely cases for it. I mean, I agree it's not generally the strongest system, but surely it can be used. 5-up build, by the way. You'll love to see it. Production upgrade is on the way, and LAV Tech is finishing now. Well, I don't know. Maybe I take it back, because in this case, he probably wants to have 2 salvagers for the second, and so he could have gone, like, 7-up instead. But oh well, looks like he's just gonna forego that extra eco. Gonna start with some LAV spam. Yeah, well, you can power your armor to 3, right? I mean, taking 15 damage off of each missile, that's good. That's very good.
Redeploying LAV construction complete. Artifact location confirmed.
Yeah, if all you need to do is survive longer, the armor system's definitely worth it.
New fabrication facilities now operational.
Actually, if I were Cookies, I would touch this artifact. Because your opponent's gonna have field control in a moment, and you can just sort of deny this extraction for a little bit. But maybe he thinks he can get away? He can! Oh my gosh! 10 HP on this base runner. Oh, it moved out of the smoke and died. Aww. Well, it was worth a try. That was pretty cool for a moment there.
Enemy signature identified.
AV Fab on the way.
Awaiting orders. Moving to new waypoint.
Well, what the base runner is doing for you by scouting like that is it's letting you know if you need defense, and if your opponent is not, like if your opponent is going eco, then you can just make a second PC right away and get super ahead. So, I actually like it. I think it's really good. Sometimes the Conif base runner will die there, but it's just, you know, it's a loss you're willing to take. Otherwise, you have to get Sandskimmer Fab in order to scout, and that just costs you a lot more money, obviously. Get Sandskimmer Fab and build some, mind you.
Salvager construction complete. Rally point.
Plus, hey, if the base runner doesn't die, you've got a free base runner.
Hostile unit marked. Hostile sand skimmer on sensors. Support cruiser online. Light attack vehicle under fire.
He would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Bearing on hostile target. Proceed to rally point. Place hold charges. Enemy
Oh, that's true, actually. Just Carrier's pointing out that, when the probe was out scanning, the PC was, like, here, right? Yeah, I see.
on board. Enemy contact on sensors. Hostile unit marked.
That does change things, doesn't it?
Enemy sighted.
I love Cookies with the mind games, man. That's cool, you know? A lot of players just sort of don't do this at all, but that's fun. That's fun stuff. Keep your opponent guessing. Oh, this guy got out on 2 HP. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Rally point designated. Move out. Adjusting waypoint.
And it looks like we got AV Rail for Just Carrier.
LAV destroyed.
Always a fun unit comp.
Standing by.
Yeah. That's never happened.
Service. Moving. Eyes on helicopter. Ready. Railgun online.
Yeah, this is just one sand skimmer, not a big deal.
Enemy sand skimmer on approach. Sensor post under fire.
How's he already healing? What the heck? That was weird.
Enemy contact on sensors. Hostile contact marked.
Armor 2 for Cookies. You know, with the railguns in tow, I still don't think you can fight this, but the assault ships, like, tit for tat, are much stronger than the AVs are. It's just, yeah, you know, if you're getting hit by a railgun, you're not stronger anymore, so... I think that Cookies should not be fighting this, he should just be going for the contain and teching up to something else. Which he is, he's getting interceptors right now, but... he's also trying to fight his opponent. And I think, you know, he's not actually stronger in the field with these railguns out. He ought to just back away. He has field control, can use that to get extractions out. Try not to lose all these units. No, you're kidding. Its ability to remember that it got damaged is disabled by the EMP. That's ridiculous. I mean, that makes sense, but it's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Flawless game, DOK. And now with the army being all kind of dead like this, Cookies doesn't really have any defense here, but then again, he's also floating a lot. Like, he really ought to be, he really ought to be building some assault ships, wouldn't you say? I don't know why his PCs are idle here, but this is really going to cost him, like, right now. Oh my gosh. He was playing so well, man. He's just folding all of a sudden. He will get the one extraction out at least, but this is going to be him off of 2-base for a long time now. That's how Mafia works, right? I think the missiles can reach over here, by the way, off of Power 1, but I'm not sure. Power 2, though, definitely. You should be clicking that. And if Just Carrier... if Just Carrier is watching, he'll see the air light blinking. Because Conef is big dumb, they don't reveal their air tech, so this is the only way you can know. There goes the railgun, nice shot there. But still, like, this is great for Just Carrier, right? He's happy now, even if he loses all these AVs afterward, which I guess he will eventually. This is completely fine. Air, in fact, gonna have to launch in order to try and... No, okay, I guess he's gonna launch the air to just do some strike before his opponent can get requisite anti-air. And that looks juicy right there, I tell you what, I would be hitting that right now. Oh! Nice. And I ain't talking about the middle. Battlecruiser fab done for Carrier. Alright, I like it. He's gonna have to get missile batteries first, but, oh, I didn't hear it. I saw it. Well, I guess I did both. I heard something and then I looked and then I saw it. But you get what I'm saying. Battlecruisers are pretty nice, if you didn't notice from Game 1. The only problem is that he does need to get anti-air first, so you can see him teching missile batteries here. And, that's gonna sort of clog up the production lines, because he'd want to be building BCs right now, but he's gonna have to make missile batteries off that second queue, but that's okay. He can definitely cope. Seethe, even. Yeah, bombers are pretty good against BCs, no two ways about that. Railguns as well, although you can't really go for honor guards here. Again, think back to Game 1. You know what happens. And I was really curious why it was that Just Carrier was not getting... why he was not getting heavy vehicles armor, and he did get Mag Excel, but pretty late. And I think this is why he was trying to save up RUs for the BCs, because they are very expensive. You can see how lean his bank is right now. Is the bomber tech cheaper than a bomber? It is. Dang. Alright, yeah, I agree with Carrier on this one. Yeah, you know, Kalishima knows what she wants. Your AS is dead. See what I did there? And here comes the battlecruiser. It's got a support cruiser for some anti-air as well. And actually, Just Carrier never ended up building missile batteries. I would cancel this SC and start making some, because actually... Oh, that's a pretty bad anti-air turret. But, it would be really nice to have a couple missile batteries here. Because, yes, SCAA sucks. And it's good when you have it in numbers, you know, when you have a lot of SCs that have got the anti-air, but, like, this one is not going to cut it. And yet still, Cookie's gonna give a lot of respect to this. I would just dock the 2 wounded guys and have the other ones jump in. Or if you're really confident with your, micro, you have the 2 strong guys going first and then the wounded ones coming after, and then they won't get hit. But that's a little bit difficult to do, of course. The truth is, nobody's good at air micro, so... You see, this is what can go wrong. Oh, but the SC just didn't even launch. A godsend. He killed it without taking any losses. Good job, Cookies. Good job. So, yeah, cancel these SCs, build missile batteries, please, because it's pretty good to have, I swear. Still, though, the BC is doing a bit of eco-terrorism here. It's very hard to get back onto this base while there's a BC sitting on it. Eventually, the air will kill it, but that's eventually. Could take a while. And it looks like Cookie's gonna go for Siege instead. I do like me some Con Siege. I think that battle cruisers are a really good answer to it, unfortunately, so it'll be a little bit tough to fight them, but... Still a good unit. It's true, yeah. It's true. With the railgun in tow, I mean, that's definitely helping, right? Reduce the battlecruiser armor, but there's the smoke, right? And yeah, the interceptors can hit you while you're smoked, but you're still gonna heal back so much from this. And while this is all happening, and Cookies is committing his whole army to try to deal with this, you know, check out the flank, right? This is 2 BCs, actually. The second one's a little bit late, but... Now, Cookies sees it, he knows it's coming, but... Knowing is only half the battle, right? He's gotta actually have something to... answer this with as well. And all I really see is 2 railguns in the Air Force. Yeah, I think bombers would have been good here. I like the railguns, but I would like having bombers as well. This is a little bit tough to make the KSC work. It's gonna come out so late, and it's so expensive too. It limits how much ground armor you've got. I do like that though. He takes out the whatchamacallit, the TJ, right, by killing the base runner. And yeah, frontline AA turrets, that too. But if you had like even 1 bomber, you could just kill off this SC, and then any other air force you've got will kill the BCs. Not that 1 bomber will do it on its own, but the interceptors just do like 1 strike at that point. Good damage on this lad, though. Again, that's armor break from the railguns. But BCs can fight rails, so bomb BCs anyway. That's what makes them so strong, is that they also can halfway answer to their counter unit. Ouch. There goes a PC, quick as you like. These PCs are gonna die, though. Those assault ships did a lot more damage than I thought they would do. That was pretty good. It's costing you a PC, of course, but at least you did clean up the flank. And this SC should not be allowed to survive. Like, you should be chasing this down, but not with the railguns, right? The railguns should be answering the next flank. Hey, yeah, it's a missile battery! Woo! Pretty good unit, I swear. Used to be awful to ever have to tech this. No, but... Yeah. At this rate, Just Carrier's gonna get bombs first. I like this idea, though. Go ahead and attack on the other side of the map. And look at the veterancy on these interceptors. These guys are well trained, man. There goes the SC. Oh shoot, you're right. I think this is one that's popping now, but that's pretty late. my gosh. Okay, the hangar is open now. I think they're gonna get out. Isn't it? Oh, that was close. I mean, not that it really matters. I think the game is just ending now. I'm making a big deal about whether or not the interceptors are gonna survive while the carrier is dying. Yeah, in fact, look, Cookie's just gonna GG. Yeah, kind of an interesting game. I mean, I love what Cookies did in the very early game, faking you out with the PC and everything, but just, I don't know, didn't really answer that properly. Yep. What about these ones? Did Cookies have idle selves? Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's all for today, I guess. We'll see you in the next one.